Yo, what is going on, guys? In today's video, I have ljihu as a guest. You guys probably know who he is. He's probably the best logplay player in the world. He finished top 2 in the world about a season or two ago, depending on when I post this. So yeah, this will definitely be helpful for you guys that want to play logbait. So let's see what Lijiu's gonna go in for Princess of the Bridge here. Now the opponent used a Barb Barrel, so he's gonna have to probably Goblin Gang this in the middle. Okay, let's go for a Goblin Gang in the middle, guys. That will counter the Ghost really nicely here. And he's gonna Ice Spirit to freeze it up so it does not get any more damage. So yeah, really good start from ljihu here. Up 300 damage with the Prince of the Bridge. I think he's gonna go for a Dark Goblin here to kill the Boss Bandit. Okay, he's gonna have to Inferno Tower this immediately. Just go for Inferno Tower. It's gonna kill the Executioner here. I think the opponent might go in for a Boss Bandit ability. Okay, he's gonna go for the Boss Bandit ability here. And I feel like he's gonna go in for another Boss Bandit ability. Okay, the opponent does go in for another Boss Bandit ability. And Lijiu's gonna save the Dark Goblin with the Goblin Gang. And the Dark Goblin will get a hit. So it's a really nice start from ljihu. So he's gonna kite the Ghost with the Ice Spirit, and he's gonna Night Log last second for the Ram Rider. I think he's gonna go in for Dark Goblin to kill this Ghost so he can have the counter push going. And here he's gonna go in for a Goblin Barrel just because the opponent's deck does not have a log or anything. So that if you go in for a Goblin Barrel same lane as your Dark Goblin, there's nothing that can kill both the Dark Goblin and the Goblin Barrel. So yeah, that's the way a good push that you can do against a player that doesn't have log or anything that could kill the entire lane. So yeah, I think ljiu should go in for the Princess of the Bridge or at the back here. Okay, no, he's gonna go for Ice Spirit and the bridge here, and he's probably gonna Knight this to kill that. Yeah. Okay, so this is like a decent matchup for ljiu here, only because the opponent doesn't really have a good way to kill the Dark Goblin and the Princess. So I think he's going to go in for an early Dark Goblin here. Yeah, so that Executioner is pretty much dead, and the Boss Bandit is dead as well to the Dark Goblin. He's going to go in for the Barrel and Goblin Gang. So yeah, one thing that you'll notice a lot of good logbait players do is that they're going to go in for the fake Goblin Barrel plus Goblin Gang on one side. And a lot because there is a high chance the opponent spells out the real Goblin Barrel because the real Goblin Barrel does more damage and more health. So that's like another way you can trick your opponent and go in double lane pressure. So yeah, let's see what he does here. He's going to go in for an Inferno Tower, and the left side is looking quite scary here though, but I think he should be fine with the help of Goblin Gang soon. And he's back to Knight, so this defense should not be that troubling for ljiu here, guys. I think he's going to go in for Inferno Tower as well here. Okay, yeah, he did go in for Inferno Tower here. Let's see if he goes in for the Princess at the Bridge here, guys. I think he's going to go in for a Princess at the Bridge here. And I think he might go in for a Log immediately. Okay, let's go in for a Log immediately to keep that Princess alive. The opponent will actually go in for a big push on the left side. This push is looking quite scary here. I think he's going to have to try to eat a little bit of damage on the right. Okay, he does eat the damage on the right a little bit and goes for a Goblin Gang late. And he's going to have to use defensive Goblin Barrel here. But it still should be a really nice defense on ljiu's part. So yeah, he was able to defend this fairly easily here. I think he's going to go in for Knight on this. He's going to go for a Knight. Oh, he actually tried to go pull the Knight Ghost with the Knight and then go for a Princess, but the timing was a little bit off here. But I think ljiu is still fine here. He does have the Evo Dart right now. I think he's gonna want to Inferno Tower this though. Yeah, he did go for Inferno Tower, and he's just gonna let it charge and go in for a Goblin Barrel immediately. And he's gonna go for a Knight in the back. The one thing you guys realize in this matchup is that he doesn't go for Princess too much. I think this is the only Princess he did in the back, guys. If I recall correctly, I think he only did Princess at the Bridge so far. But yeah, in this matchup, cycling Dark Goblin is way more efficient because you can get to your Evo Dark Goblin. And your Dark Goblin will do more DPS. It is pretty much unkillable. So yeah, let's see how ljiu defends. He's going to have to Knight, and then I think he's going to have to go for a Log last second. He does go in for a really nice Log last second. The Dark Goblin is going to help kill everything. And the Executioner does not hit the Dark Goblin here, guys. So yeah, ljiu is up on damage. As long as he defends this, the opponent doesn't have enough time to like lightning cycle here. Even with that lightning being thrown, the opponent does not have for a second lightning. So yeah, ljiu should be able to win this fairly easily. He goes for a Prediction Dark Goblin onto the Ram Rider and kills it. So yeah, really well played from ljiu. And I'll see you guys in the next game. Okay, going into next game, ljihu will be playing against Rolex here. I do think Rolex is a drill player, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, let's see what ljihu does. I'm gonna go in for a Goblin Barrel at the start. And the opponent doesn't have Snowball or the Fireball. So the Goblin Barrel will get a nice damage here. And he's gonna Dark Goblin and go in for, I think, he's gonna have to, I think, Goblin Gang this here. Yeah, he's gonna have to Goblin Gang and then Lock as well. And the opponent goes in for a really aggressive Fireball, but ljihu will have the Knight ready. So yeah, you go for a Knight to defend this. And I think he's gonna go in for a Goblin Barrel here. The opponent does not have any spells, so let's see how the opponent defends this. The opponent actually defended really nice with the Skeleton's Knight and the Fire Spirit here. So yeah, let's see what ljihu does here, guys. I think he's gonna have to go for a Dark Goblin in the middle. And then we'll go for a Dark Goblin in the middle. That's gonna go to opposite lane. And he's gonna Princess immediately. So that, I guess it's like the one key thing that he just did right there that I feel like you guys should know is that he didn't wait until the Dark Goblin crossed the bridge on the opposite lane, because the opponent could have played Berserker or some, like, I forgot what the opponent's cycle was, but they could have played something in the middle. So if you put the Princess at the bridge after the Dark Goblin crosses, there is a chance the opponent catches both your Princess and the Dark Goblin with like a Berserker or something. So that's why he went in for an early Princess at the bridge, so that the opponent can't really like defend both at the same time. So yeah, I guess it's like a little tip that I feel like you guys should know when playing this deck. And let's see what ljihu does here. I think he's gonna go for a Dark Goblin Knight at the bridge here, and he's gonna go for a Goblin Barrel. The reason why he did that was because he knows the opponent doesn't have a log, so he can play that aggressive and then he could still get away with it. So let's see what he does here. I think he's gonna go for a Princess or a Goblin Gang on that. Okay, he's gonna go for a Goblin Gang on that instead. And I think he's gonna have to go in for a Dark Goblin and a Knight or a Log. Okay, he's gonna have to log this as well. Okay, he's not gonna log actually. He did quite a bit of damage though. So let's see how ljihu comes back from this. He's gonna go for a pre-log on the Fire Spirit, but did not work out the way he wanted to. He's gonna go in for a Goblin Barrel. And opponent catches the Goblin Barrel with the Skeletons here. So not looking really like the best for ljihu here, guys. So I think he might go in for, the opponent definitely will go in for the Evo Cannon now on everything. Okay, yeah, really good Evo Cannon from opponent, but it actually did not hit the Dark Goblin here. So this is looking like something could possibly happen for ljihu. The opponent actually did try to go for a Princess prediction at the bridge, but ljihu didn't play it. So yeah, opponent still managed to defend this pretty well though. And opponent is up on damage here by 200 HP. And now the opponent is up 400 damage. So it's not looking really good for ljihu at all here, guys. Let's see what he does here. He's going to go in for a really good Evo Barrel push here. The opponent doesn't have anything for a left side Evo Barrel. So yeah, ljihu was able to get a lot of damage. He's going to cycle to another Dark Goblin here. And I think he's going to go in for a Knight at the bridge here to protect this. Okay, yeah, he does go for a Knight at the bridge. So that trick that you guys just saw is like a way where you can bypass the cannon if you put like 2 cards at the same time. It can be Ice Spirit or Princess, but you have to put the Princess second. So you have to put Knight Princess or Ice Spirit Princess if you want to bypass that cannon placement. So yeah, he's gonna have to log this last second. He does. Really nice log from ljihu. He went for the same trick again, but the opponent knew it and had the troops ready for it this time. The Dark Goblin will snipe the cannon down, but opponent goes for a Fireball really fast. ljihu's gonna set up another Inferno Tower so that opponent can't win the bridge battle here. So yeah, the opponent will go in for another Snowball here, but he's gonna have to use Ice Spirit on defense. He's defending while throwing Goblin Barrels. So one key thing that you guys need to know is that while you're defending, you have to go in for a Goblin Barrel. Because if you do that, that means the opponent can't really like fully commit an offense, because the opponent will have to spend Elixir on defense. So he goes for a Princess at the bridge. The Princess at the bridge gets a hit here because he saw the Knight, so that once he Princesses, because the Knight is so close to the tower, he knew that the Knight was gonna have to, he knew that the Princess was gonna have to hit the Knight and the tower here at the same time. The opponent goes for a really nice Evo Cannon though, but ljihu has the pace right now. So yeah, ljihu's gonna block the bridge here. He's gonna go for Inferno Tower to defend the Goblin Drill because he knows the opponent has Evil Snowball in hand. So yeah, really good play from ljihu here. I think he's gonna go in for a prince. Okay, he's gonna go for a princess, and he's gonna start dark goblin. He's gonna go for another infernal tower because he knows that opponent can't do anything. So yeah, ljihu was able to take this really nicely here against Drill, and I'll see you guys in the next game. Okay, guys, we are in next game. So I feel like the last game I didn't have much to commentate because obviously it was like a ljihu masterclass. Like ljihu just played perfect. Like I didn't like have anything to say. I was just there watching. But yeah, let's see what ljihu does here. Ljihu will go in for that another trick here, guys. That is a trick that ljihu does a lot, and not even ljihu. A lot of good log players like Riley and all do that play. If the cannon is placed like that, you can do that that trick here. So yeah, opponent goes for a princess, but I feel like that was a really bad princess here. Let's see what ljihu does here. I feel like he's gonna defend with Goblin Barrel. Yep, he does defend with the Goblin Barrel. So one thing that is like that a lot of people don't do is against the Goblin Barrel, if they Goblin Barrel into your tower and you have your Goblin Barrel in cycle, you can go in for a Goblin Barrel on defense just because it's a 3-for-3 trade, plus you are cycling to another evolution. So like essentially you're not losing much and you guys are just on the same spot. It's like if the opponent cycles log on your tower and you cycle log on their tower, it's like the same thing. Like it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I guess that's like one thing that a lot of people don't do that is like a pretty important play in log B mirror matchup. So yeah, let's see how ljihu wins this. I do think this is Ko's matchup just because the opponent has Mighty Miner 3-card cycle with a rocket. So yeah, let's see how ljihu manages to win this. He's going to go for an Ice Spirit here onto the Mighty Miner so that Mighty Miner will reset for a bit to keep the Knight alive, hoping that the Evil Barrel will do a good damage. Here he goes for a bridge block with the Knight, thinking that opponent will go in for a Goblin Barrel. I think that trade should kill the princess here. Okay, he's going to have to spend Goblin Gang though because the trade didn't kill the thing. And yeah, see, you guys see what I mean though? Like, good lobby players will go in for a Goblin Barrel on defense because it's a 3-for-3 trade, and the opponent will have to, like, opponent can't essentially cycle to the, opponent can cycle to Evo. So yeah, really good play from like a log base side to do. So yeah, ljihu's gonna go in for a Knight here. He's gonna go, oh, the Knight actually splashed. The princess actually splashed onto the Knight, so it's not looking like the best scenario for ljihu here though. But I think it should be fine for him. He's gonna go in here with the Dark Goblin, and let's see what he does here. He's gonna go in for a Knight, and I think he's gonna go in for an Evil Barrel. Okay, he's gonna go for Evil Barrel and Goblin Gang. The reason why he went for a Evil Goblin Barrel and Goblin Gang is I feel like I said earlier, you want to go in for a fake barrel and Goblin Gang. So if that baits out the log, then the real barrel with the more health won't die to like their opponent's like one-shot troops. Like the opponent's skeletons can't kill it like with like one hit. So yeah, that is like really important with this deck as well. I think he's gonna go in for a Dark Goblin and Ice Spirit. Yeah, really good Dark Goblin and Ice Spirit here. But the Knight actually, the Princess actually splashes onto Knight and Tower. So this is not looking like the best scenario for ljihu here. He will go in for a really good Goblin Barrel and a log because the opponent doesn't have log, but really good Mighty Miner from the opponent here. This is looking really scary because opponent obviously does have the Evo Cannon here. Really good Ice Spirit early to kill that Princess. Let's see if the Princess splash onto the... Okay, the Princess won't splash onto the tower. He's just going to go in for a Princess early at the bridge. The opponent has the Evo Cannon ready, and the opponent will go with a pretty much perfect defense onto ljihu's double lane pressure with the Evo Barrel. So yeah, all the opponent has to do is pretty much cycle rockets, and this should be a free win for opponent pretty much. So yeah, let's see what happens now. This is not looking like the best scenario though. He's gonna have to eat the right side tower. He's gonna go in for a Goblin Barrel and log, killing the Princess because he does have the troops alive on the left side to deal with the Goblin Barrel. But unfortunately, the Goblin Barrel got a hit. So yeah, the Princess at the bridge will actually get a lot of damage, but it is obviously the opposite lane tower, so it doesn't matter as much. Lee Jihu's Goblin Barrel actually gets a hit because the opponent misplaced the Goblin Barrel on defense. The opponent will go in for a rocket here. Lee Jihu goes for the Princess Trick, but with the Evil Cannon, it does not connect. So yeah, Lee Jihu will go in for a really good defense with the Goblin Gang, and yeah, he's barely able to take this win, guys. Wow, that was really intense and close. Really good pressure from Lee Jihu. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next game. Okay, so in the next game we are against Maru. Maru is a balloon player. He was in my last videos, like one of the last videos that I posted in the balloon guide. He's like a really good balloon player, so if you guys haven't checked out that balloon guide, it is pretty long, so yeah, go check it out if you guys want. Anyway, going in, I do think this matchup is pretty good for Lee Jihu here. At least I think it's slightly on the good side for Lockbait player. And I guess the reason why I say that is I feel like the opponent can't do anything against like Princess or Dark Goblin spams. So yeah. Let's see how Lee Jihu is able to win this. He's gonna go for a Goblin Gang on that. Let's see if the opponent will go for Snowball. Opponent does not Snowball that. Opponent will just also be playing a little bit chill. Gonna go in for Goblin Barrel, but opponent defends it. So I feel like right now this is just like a slow game. So yeah, while it's slow, anyway, like I was saying, I don't know what content to push. I don't want to always push Muhammad Light's video because obviously he doesn't push all the time. So I need other content. Obviously, I feel like people might not know, but I also do have like a top 50 finish here, and I have a like a 2v2 like top 8 finish in the world. So yeah, I feel like I don't know if people will watch. I guess what I like to do is I like to like analyze good players' gameplay under certain one-trick deck. So that's what I've been trying to do. But I might post a gameplay of myself, guys, because I do also think I can provide really helpful tips. So yeah, I hope you guys could enjoy that video as well. Anyway, yeah, going into this game, Lee Jihu is applying a lot of pressure right now because he knows once he applies pressure, he should be able to win this game fairly easily. Nothing too much that, you know, Lee Jihu is just applying pressure here, and he is actually up a lot of damage here, guys. So yeah, like I said, as long as Lee Jihu applies these pressures, he should be fine in this matchup. I don't think this is like a bad matchup or like anything like, you know, really like gonna give Lee Jihu like a trouble here. The only thing I guess Lee Jihu has to watch out, in my opinion, is the Evil Musketeer onto the Inferno Tower. But I feel like Lee Jihu knows that, and he is pretty much all set here. So yeah, anyways, what Lee Jihu likes to do a lot is he likes to cycle to the Dark Goblins a lot in this matchup, or just in general when he's playing this deck. He likes to cycle to the Dark Goblins. So yeah, that's I guess like the one thing that you guys will learn a lot from Lee Jihu's gameplay. He will be going in for a really good push here. The Evil Skeleton won't connect, so this is looking perfectly fine for Lee Jihu here, guys. He's gonna log to kill the Evil Muskie, so the opponent does not have Evil Muskie here, so the Inferno Tower should get a lot of value. Even if the opponent predicts this, I feel like this is useless. I feel like Lee Jihu should go for Princess opposite lane here. Yep, applying immediate pressure. Let's see if he goes in for a Goblin Barrel. Oh, he's gonna probably log this. Yeah, he logs that immediately. So really good play from Lee Jihu here. So yeah, this is looking really solid from him. I mean, nothing too much, nothing too like, you know, just a solid gameplay from him. Yeah, he's gonna go for another Goblin Barrel though. So let's see how he does this. I'm not really sure what he's gonna do here. I feel like there's nothing much to say. I feel like Lee Jihu is just in control, and like the opponent can't do anything about it. Like opponent snowballs this, and I mean it's just over. Like I feel like there's nothing much to say. Like the Goblin Barrel will get damaged, and yeah, Lee Jihu is able to take this win. Then I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, next game Lee Jihu will be playing against Wallace. Wallace will be playing this Mortar Bait deck. Let's see what Lee Jihu does here, guys. Also, I don't really know if I want to keep recording on my phone. So if you guys want to see like an iPad screen, like iPad gameplay, if that's better for you guys, let me know. Or if you guys prefer this phone gameplay, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, not like I have a currently my planned videos are the log bait 4000 ljihu, this one that I'm currently making, graveyard 4000 trophies, and a mortar bait guide. I have that planned. I don't know what order I'm gonna post this, and I also do have a Muhammad light gameplay, one more that I'm trying to get to. So yeah, those are in my plans right now. So yeah, but then I have 4 videos. So yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is once that ends, I don't think a lot of pro players are going to be playing ladder. So I might do like a mid ladder guide, or I might do like an early season ladder top 100 push, like it's like a road to something guide, or like how to hit 9,000 trophies or 10,000 trophies. Because ever since a new trophy came out, I've not pushed yet, so I feel like that could be a great content for you guys to watch. I might do like a various decks, or I might just focus on a specific deck that I think is the best next season after the balance change. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. That will be very helpful. So yeah, ljihu is up on damage here. Really good. He got a really nice cannon onto a mortar earlier. So yeah, that is looking like a really good sequence for ljihu right now. I think this matchup is not that bad for ljihu, especially because the opponent obviously only has Cannoneer Tower. I feel like if the opponent had a Princess Tower, this matchup would be way harder for ljihu. But anyway, let's see what ljihu does here. He's going to go in for a cannon early here. I think he's going to go for an Evo Dart on the left side. Yeah, he's going to go for Evo Dart on the left side. That should kill pretty much the entire lane here. But the Evo Mortar is looking scary though. At least the left side cannon cart is dead. I think he's going to have to go for a cannon and then a log. And then he's going to have to go for another knight here. The opponent actually spams everything on the left side tower. So this is not looking really good for ljihu here. But the knight is alive. And I think he's going to be able to get another knight down in time, hopefully. Okay, he did get the knight down in time with the help of the E-Spirit. So yeah, looking really like a solid start from ljihu here, guys. Let's see what he does here. He might go in for a Goblin Barrel here. Okay, he goes in for a Goblin Barrel. Really nice Goblin Barrel. And I think he's going to have to log this. Let's see if he go... Okay, he's going to go in for a knight at the back here, guys. He's going to go for a Dark Goblin. He's going to go for... Let's see what he does here. Not really sure what he's going to be doing. He's going to go for a knight. I'm going to go for a Goblin Barrel here. This is like a really chaotic situation right now for both players, I think. ljihu opponent had to defend the Evo Barrel. ljihu has to defend this both lane Swarm and Mortar. So yeah, he's going to go for a cannon to snipe that down. The opponent caught up on damage pretty well here, I would say. So yeah, not looking really good for ljihu right now. The opponent does have both evolutions, so this is looking really scary. So he does actually get the lock onto... Get the Evo Dart shot onto the Evo Mortar. So the Evo Mortar should die sometime very soon. I think he's going to cannon on top of everything and log it just to kill it. He's going to go for Ice Spirit and Knight. This is looking really scary here. Obviously, but the thing is, ljihu does have like very swarmy troops here. So this defense is not looking like the worst. Okay, the opponent actually gives up here. I'm surprised the opponent actually gave up, because I feel like the opponent actually did have a chance at winning this. I guess the opponent didn't give up. I don't know what that mortar was. But yeah, was it a misclick from opponent? Because the opponent is technically playing. The opponent is obvious also BMing here, saying thanks. Oh, ljihu goes in a really nice prediction, getting onto the mortar here. So yeah, that should pretty much be game. I feel like the opponent can't do anything from this spot on. I think ljihu's gonna throw another Goblin Barrel. Yep, the cannon card is dead, and he's gonna go for a log here, I think, onto everything. And the opponent goes for Evo Mortar, but the Evo Mortar won't do anything with the help of the Knight, Dark Goblin, another cannon, and everything. So yeah, he's gonna pretty much take this game. Really well played from ljihu. The opponent is BMing because obviously the opponent couldn't win this match. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next game. Okay, going into the next game, ljihu is against Dragon Expo. So Expo is another hard matchup here, guys, for this log bait deck. So yeah, I hope this video really helps you guys that are trying to play log bait. against all of these hard counters. So yeah, let's see what ljihu does here. He's gonna go in for a Goblin Barrel here with the E-Spirit. The opponent actually doesn't activate King Tower. I thought the opponent was like definitely gonna activate the King. So like really weird to see from the opponent. But yeah, I guess this doesn't really matter. It is good for ljihu here. He's gonna go for Ice Spirit here. Okay, he's gonna go for Ice Spirit to protect this Dark Goblin a little bit. The Dark Goblin unfortunately does not go on the tower, but it is perfectly fine. I think the opponent might go for an Expo opposite lane. If I was the opponent, I would go for an Expo opposite lane. Yep. Goes for an Expo opposite lane. He's gonna go for E-Spirit Cannon really fast so the opponent can react to it. I feel like if the opponent tried to save this cannon, the opponent would have won the game from that spot on. But yeah, this is looking like a really good push from ljihu. The opponent's gonna have to Ice Spirit last second, but the Dark Goblin actually kills the Ice Spirit here. So yeah, really nice plays from ljihu here. Let's see what ljihu does. I think ljihu might go in for a Expo. Okay, no. I'm not ljihu. I thought the opponent was going to go for an Expo immediately, but opponent is playing a little bit slow. I think that is better for ljihu though, because I feel like if opponent just keeps going in for Expo, ljihu has nothing for it. So yeah, looking solid for the... Looking really solid for ljihu so far. The opponent will go for a Tesla though. I think he's gonna try to keep this Dark Goblin alive, and he's gonna go for a Knight. The opponent will have to Fireball this. ljihu is gonna add E-Spirit to it. I feel like I don't know why the opponent didn't Fireball this, because now the opponent has to spend more on this push. And ljihu is gonna go in with the Goblin Barrel immediately, knowing the opponent does not have anything for it. So yeah, really well played from ljihu here. Yeah, so let's see what Dragon does here. I think the Dragon is going to go for an Expo here. So I'm worried now that it's double elixir. I don't know how ljihu is going to handle this and break through this. I guess the one thing that you guys will see ljihu do a lot is he's going to go in for a Dark Goblin Knight at the bridges a lot against hard counters just to get the spell out and apply pressure here and to cycle to Evo Dark Goblin. So yeah, ljihu will be just cycling to another Dark Goblin here, and he's going to go for a Knight at the bridge here again. He's going to go for a Goblin Barrel to apply some pressure. I don't know how he's going to be able to defend this here. I think he's going to have to go in for another Knight immediately. Yeah, so he gets the Knight down really nicely, and I think he's going to have to go for a Cannon in the middle or at the bridge here. He's going to go for a Cannon at the bridge. He does have cheap elixir cards to cycle back to another Knight though. So yeah, he cycles back to another Knight, but the opponent actually is back to another Expo. So let's see if the opponent will go in for another Expo here or just play slow. Okay, the opponent will go in for another Expo here. The opponent will go for an Expo Knight. And ljihu is going to play Cannon in the middle. He's going to cycle back to another Knight here though. Yeah, I think he is actually back to another Knight. He is back to another Knight here. I think he's going to Dark Goblin off to the side where the Tesla cannot hit it. So yeah, the Dark Goblin hit the Expo once. So that is pretty much a dead Expo here. I think the opponent will start going for a Fireball cycle or a defensive Expo soon. Okay, opponent is going to go in for another Expo here at the bridge here. The opponent will definitely Evil Archers that. So yeah, not looking really good for ljihu here. Definitely looking really scary. But he is back to another Cannon, and I think he cycled back to another Knight here. He should Knight sometime soon. Okay, he does go for a Knight, and he's going to go for a Dark Goblin to kill the Knight faster. The opponent might go in for another Expo here. So yeah, ljihu just cycling to another set of Knight here soon. So yeah, he's gonna back to another Knight. I think he's gonna Knight now, and let's see if he logs this. Okay, he's gonna log this, and I think he's gonna go in for another E-Spirit and I-Spirit to distract this Expo, and goes for a Skeletons to distract it again. He's gonna go for a Knight again, and he goes for a really fast Cannon here. Actually, the opponent cannot react to it. So yeah, really good lock from, really good Cannon lock onto Expo from ljihu. ljihu will go in for a Goblin Barrel now, and use Dark Goblin to defend this push again. So yeah, opponent will go in for a Fireball. I feel like it's a really bad Fireball from opponent because obviously the right side was lower. So I feel like if the opponent went in for a right side Fireball, it would have been better for him. So the opponent doesn't have lock just yet in cycle, but opponent was able to cycle to it. But just because opponent had to cycle to that and focus on that, focus on cycling back to log, he could not defend the Evo Dark Goblin on the Expo. So yeah, the left side tower will do some damage, but obviously ljihu's main is the right side. He goes for a really nice prediction Fireball onto the E-Spirit, but with the help of another cycle into another cards, he should be able to win this fairly easily here. Okay, yeah, he does win this game fairly easily here. I wouldn't say fairly easily, but really well played from ljihu, and he'll be able to take this game against a pretty hard matchup. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next game. Okay, so next game we are against Royal Hogs player. The bottom player is a Japanese player called Suzu. He's like the best Royal Hogs player. So let's see how ljihu is able to win this matchup. So ljihu will be using like a different variant here, guys. But yeah, still regardless, this is all really, I say, like one of the hardest or impossible matchups. Especially without Rocket, I think this is impossible. So let's see how ljihu is managed to win this, guys. The opponent is just going to cycle Earthquake because he knows that opponent can't punish this. I'm going to go for aggressive push here. Really good push here with the E-Spirit because ljihu knew the opponent had to log Skellies. So that E-Spirit will kill the Skellies. So really nice play from ljihu, guys. So yeah, let's see what he does here. He's gonna split Royal Hogs. I think ljihu is gonna go for a Cannon and Skellies. Oh yeah, really good Cannon and Skelly. The opponent couldn't catch the Earthquake here. So yeah, really good start from ljihu here. And I think he's gonna go in for the Ice Spirit and an E Spirit for the Queen. Okay, he does. So yeah, right now, even with all that, he's still down 300 damage, guys. So I feel like this could just show how hard of a matchup this is. ljihu is gonna go in for a Goblin Barrel Dark Goblin. He's gonna go for a Goblin Barrel in the back, hoping that the opponent's recruits like in the front a bit so that the Goblin Barrel can get a hit. So yeah, let's see what ljihu does here, guys. Is he just gonna... Okay, he's gonna go in and cycle to an Evo Barrel so that he could have an offense going. So yeah, really good offense from ljihu, knowing the opponent had to eat some damage because opponent's cycle was a little bit off. Let's see if he goes for an early Dark Goblin. Okay, just going for a really early Dark Goblin here so that the Archer Queen is dead. So really good play from ljihu. I think he's gonna have to go in for skeletons here as well just to kill the Archer Queen. Okay, yep. And he's gonna go in for a really nice barrel here, but opponent also does have a delivery, but he's obviously up on damage. So let's see how he's able to win this from this bottom. I think the opponent will lock that for sure, right? Yeah, the opponent does lock that, and I think the opponent is going to start EQ cycling here sometime soon. Okay, he's going to have to go for a delivery here though. Okay, he's back to log actually, and the opponent gets a really nice prediction cannon onto ljihu's cannon. So yeah, this is not looking good at all here, guys. The Archer Queen is still alive, so the 3-card will be a thing for a couple more seconds, but it is now dead, so the 3-card cycle is gone. He's just going to cycle a Knight early. I think he's trying to set up for Evo Barrel push here. Okay, yeah, he does have the Evo Barrel push so that the Knight is tanking, and that should defend the Royal Hogs as well. So yeah, not looking like the best situation for ljihu here though. But the Dark Goblin actually is alive because the opponent actually missed the Evo Cannon. And the opponent had the delivery to the left side, so yeah, really nice damage from the Knight and Dark Goblin. And he goes for another Dark Goblin immediately, and opponent goes for an Archer Queen and Skeleton. So yeah, ljihu is up on damage against this really hard matchup. So let's see how he is able to hold on to this match. He's gonna go for Knight, and I think the opponent is gonna go for the EQ here. The opponent goes for EQ. He goes for a late cannon though, just to prevent the Royal Hogs from getting a lot of damage. He needs more than that. The opponent is obviously back to another Royal Hogs. The opponent will go for another Royal Hogs. ljihu is now just back to cannons. He's gonna cannon up high, but still gets hit by the Earthquake. So yeah, not looking like the best situation for ljihu here though. Let's see what ljihu does here, guys. Is he gonna go in for a Goblin Barrel? Okay, he's gonna go for a Goblin Barrel and Knight and Dark Goblin. The opponent actually missed the log here on the left side. Decoy Barrel, and Decoy Barrel actually kills the skeleton, so really nice damage from ljihu here. ljihu is actually applying a lot of good pressure here against this guy. He's gonna use the Knight to protect the Dark Goblin as well. He's gonna go for a high cannon here. It's gonna get hit by the EQ, but it should do a really nice job at killing the Royal Hogs almost. The opponent is back to another Royal Hogs. I think he's gonna go for a cannon again, and he needs to put another more troops down to kill this fully. He's gonna have to log as well. Okay, the opponent actually caught up on damage by doing all that, so this is not looking like the best scenario for ljihu here. So yeah, let's see how ljihu has managed to win this. His Evo Dark Goblin is dead. He baited out the log though, so this Goblin Barrel could do a little bit of damage here. The Goblin Barrel actually got a stab, and the Dark Goblin also did. So I think ljihu is just trying to cycle to another barrel, so the opponent has to use log on offense. But yeah, So ljihu barely managed to take this win here. Really close game. He applied really good pressure towards the end here so the opponent can't spell cycle. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next game. Okay guys, we are in next game against Nikoko. This will be the last game of this match, or of this video. I really do hope this video helped you guys a lot. The opponent will go in for Mega Knight at the bridge here. I think the opponent knows that this matchup is pretty much ljihu's matchup. So yeah, the opponent will go in for Mega Knight at the bridge here just to, I guess, apply pressure or hope that ljihu doesn't have a good cycle. But yeah, I don't really agree with that push. I don't know if that was actually intentional. That could have been a misplay. But anyway, looking really good start for the ljihu here. He's gonna try to defend those two. Okay, that's a really early ability from Nikoko. I don't really agree with that play from Nikoko here. So let's see. Oh, is ljihu gonna save this? Okay, he's not gonna save this actually. Just gonna go for a Goblin Gang. I think this is ljihu's matchup because I feel like the opponent can break through with the Mega Knight and Fireball and Snowball. I feel like if the opponent had Lightning, this might have been like a doable matchup for opponent. But yeah, ljihu's gonna go in for a really nice Inferno Tower here to defend both the left and the right side tower. I think he's gonna go in for Princess at the Bridge here immediately. Okay, just going for Princess at the Bridge immediately. Really nice Princess at the Bridge here, getting a shot, and he has a Knight for the Golden Knight, so yeah, that will defend it pretty well. So next game, not next game, so now he's gonna go for a Goblin Barrel. The Goblin Barrel should do a lot of damage, I think. Yeah, it does get a really nice damage. Opponent actually eats that damage though. I think the opponent is trying to build up a big push, but opponent obviously does not have the Lightning, so this end ability went to waste. And help with the help of the Evil Dark Goblin, this push is pretty much dead. The ljihu does not need to defend this anymore. Just goes in for a Goblin Barrel and an Ice Spirit push, and yeah, he is able to defend this really easily here. And I think he's gonna log the piggies away and go in for a Dark Goblin in the middle, or he's gonna actually Princess in the middle. I guess it's like the same thing here. I think he's gonna Knight to keep this Princess alive. Yep, he does. He's gonna go in for a Goblin Barrel. The opponent can't ability here though. Okay, the opponent does ability, and the Ice Spirit will actually connect onto the tower here, and that will be in the log range. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section down below. Please like and subscribe, and if you guys have any feedback, comments, or anything, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.